This last chance training session is going to put the final four in place. Who are they gonna be? Who's gonna give everything that they've got in this last chance training session so they do whatever it is they can do to try to stay above that yellow line to make it into the final four? Jillian had all the girls and I had all the guys today. It was just girls and the guys.
Keep your head up, keep your head up, keep your head up. Head up.
When I get my energy back, I'm gonna hurt you.
It was actually a lot of fun. I got them on the treadmill and it was sprints. It was one after the next, after the next, after the next.
I mean, last chance training is always pretty tough. You know, we've really got to sort of sweat it out just prior to weighing.
Adro is shining right now. And for him to be below the yellow line and for him to get eliminated would be such a sad thing because this guy is so focused. Hold it under the arm. There you go, just like that.
Mom.
Now, focus.
Never have been a runner, and you know, being big, never sort of expected to see me running. And you know, he starts us off at 7 miles an hour, and by the time we're done, we're running minutes at I think I did about 10.5 miles an hour, which is pretty good. I mean, you know, that's what, something like 16, 17 kilometers an hour.
I run at 16 kilometers. Relatively speaking, I mean, Adro is able to run near my fastest. And he weighs a hell of a lot more than I do. So it's impressive. You're a machine, Adro. I know that I'm working them hard enough when Shane starts doing that, you know, that, I'm like this. Oh, Jesus, Shane, how long are you gonna continue to do that? Chest up, chest up, chest up. Okay, we're gonna jog for 30 seconds, holding this like a football, okay?
I don't always start on the treadmills with Bob, and sprints, which are my least favourite thing to do. You got me running at speeds I haven't run at previously before. And it's not fun while you're doing it, but it's fun afterwards when he tells you how fast you're in.
This workout was going to be vital for each one of these guys because it's their ticket to the Final Four.
They're getting in better shape. We've got to train them harder than ever. We're getting towards the end of this competition.
Everybody's mind is ticking over, and you know, there's 5 people and there's 3 places, so there's great odds here. Gaining immunity this week is a very comfortable place to be.
Yeah, Chrissy's immune, so you know, she's working out to get a good workout, but she's not, you know, she's not focused on getting a good sweat. Ruth goes in and out. You know, Ruth has days when I'm amazed. Like the other day, I had Ruth running at 10 miles an hour. And today, you know, I could barely get her over 7. She's fatigued. You know, she goes in and out. Her mental state greatly affects her physicality, more so than the other contestants. She can really spin out of control or really push herself, you know, to amazing limits. It just depends on where her head's at. She's looking tired today. She's looking a little worn out.
Every person in this game is a threat to me because I am the least threat to everybody else. I'm always nervous about weighing. I suppose it's one of those things that it's not a great feeling knowing that you're not going to be on the top of that list.
All right, Pook, listen.
Despite my 1 kilogram advantage, I know I've got to go hard in last chance training. It's the last chance, and I did a huge sweat out last week, so I need to go extremely hard.
One more. Rock stars. Up and... Fiona is still seriously injured from the brick challenge.
Jillian was training me in the last chance training session. She was working me really hard, and I was doing my best. I was basically sucking up the pain of my blister. It felt like someone had gotten a knife and just jabbed it into the back of my ankle. Like, it was just raw.
I'll be fine. I just can't run backwards.
About halfway through it, she sort of broke down and cried because her blisters from the brick challenge had kind of ripped open again, and you know, she had to get her shoes off, and you can't really train in the gym with shoes off, so I think that kind of stuffed it up for her.
I'm actually really proud of Phoebe because I didn't realize how bad it was. I had thought it must have been healing until she broke into tears today during the last chance workout, and it's a really bad injury on her foot. She can't put shoes on.
You've got an extra kilo at the weigh-in. You're in the final 3. Don't worry about it. You give it a couple of days
No,
to
I
heal.
need to sweat it out properly. Like, this is not cool at all.
I really wanted to put my runners on and get on the treadmill. Like, that's why I was so upset, because I'd planned on spending the night running and sweating it out.
So angry right now.
Remember those times when you did everything you could to get out of working out? You were like this, I don't want to work out, I don't want to work out. Now you're like this, I can't work out, I can't work out. This is gonna be a crazy weigh-in because I've got a 1 kilo advantage on Fiona, I've got immunity for Christy, so now, who's gonna win this weigh-in? Who knows? What are the numbers gonna be? Who's gonna be below the yellow line? I mean, I can't wait to find out.
I didn't sleep very well last night thinking about today's weigh-in. I tossed and turned, was having nightmares. I actually played it in my head that Adrian and I were both under the yellow line today.
I guess I'm quietly confident, but you don't want to get too confident because things have a habit of turning around and biting you in the bum.
Going into weigh-in this morning, I knew that I had immunity. I was feeling very safe in the fact that I knew I was going to be here for another week. I was also a little bit anxious about what the others had done. I was hoping that at least one of the boys would fall below the yellow line, which would mean that I'd have an opportunity to vote out one of my closest rivals.
I'm nervous about the weigh-in. I'm nervous about seeing a plus sign at the weigh-in. I know how it feels. It feels really awful, and I really don't want it to happen again.
Now it's at the point where people are forgetting about what we came here for. I mean, we're all losing weight, but people aren't thinking about that now. It's all about the game, and it's definitely all about that prize. We're so close to having that 200,000 and becoming the biggest loser that it would just be stupid to not hold every one of these weigh-ins like it's the last one.
Hello everyone. Hi. And welcome once again to the weigh-in. It has been a fierce week of competition. Shane, last week, after being sent to weigh in a full 48 hours early, that disadvantage has turned into a 2-day head start this week.
Yep.
Shane, do you feel confident that you're safe?
There's only one person who can be confident here, Christy.
Christy, you gambled at temptation and walked away with immunity.
Yes, I did.
Fiona, at the Super Challenge, you were victorious and won an extra kilo of weight loss. At the end of this weigh-in, the 2 people with the lowest percentage of weight loss will be forced below the yellow line and will therefore be up for elimination. Their fate will then be decided by the 3 people above the yellow line with the highest percentage of weight loss this week. Christy, as you won immunity at temptation, no matter what your weight is this week, you will automatically be immune from elimination. But Christy, I'm sure you'd like to see how you've progressed this week. Please hop up on the scales.
I have immunity this week, which means that after this week there's one more chance that I might be going home before I can get into the final 3. I need to maximise every opportunity I have to make sure that that one chance is minimised.
Christy, your previous weight was 85.6 kilos. Your current weight is 91.5 kilos. That's a gain of 5.9 kilos.
I didn't quite expect it to be that much, but I was expecting to have gained this week, AJ.
I was pretty shocked when Christy hopped on. I mean, I know that she was loading, but I was a little bit shocked that she'd gone quite so heavy. Anybody that water loads this week via their immunity is guaranteed to be above the yellow line next week, or if not, take out the biggest weight loss next week. So what they're doing when somebody wins an immunity, it actually wins them 2 weeks worth of immunity.
I was hoping that I would be able to put on at least 5 kilos, that I would be able to ensure that I would have at least a 5% advantage from this for next week.
Christy, what went wrong?
AJ, nothing went wrong. It's all part of the plan. It's part of the strategy of getting through this game, and personally I would have preferred not to have taken this road at all. I actually struggled with it greatly. I really struggled with doing it, and I was considering not doing it at all. But you don't start out in a game and plan to lose.
It was a hard decision for her to make, to load, because this is a weight loss competition, and just morally for her, she's got quite strong principles and morals, and it just goes against of what she believes in.
I can honestly say that next week I'll prove that it was worth it, and I'll redeem myself.
She will be a force to be reckoned with next weigh, and that girl can train her butt off, so she will definitely be up there with the boys.
Christy, your previous weight was 85.6 kilos. This week, you have gained 5.9 kilos. That is an addition of 6.89% of your total body weight. Ruth, let's see if you can beat her.
I don't care if I'm under the yellow line, but hopefully this week the kilos will start to show. I want 2 kilos this week.
Ruth, your previous weight was 137.2 kilos. Your current weight is 135.5 kilos. That is a loss of 1.7 kilos.
Cool. Usually I'm under the yellow line, and if I am again this week and it was my week to go home, I wanted to be able to go home saying I'd lost at least 20 kilos.
When I saw my number come up and it was 1.7 kilos, I was happy.
Ruth, shall we take a look at that all-important percentage score?
Let's do that.
Your previous weight was 137.2 kilos. This week, you managed to lose 1.7 kilos. That is 1.24% of your body weight lost. And that puts you in first place.
For now.
If Ruth got good numbers this week, it could have pushed one of the boys below the line, and I knew that if it was me and a guy below the line, I'd be safe. But I knew if I was below the line with Ruth, my head would be on the chopping block.
Shane, you've had 48 hours longer than the other contestants to work out. Let's see if you've made the most of that extra time.
Coming up, who will be this week's biggest loser and who will fall below the yellow line and face elimination?
Shane, you've had 48 hours longer than the other contestants to work out. Let's see if you've made the most of that extra time.
You know, as I was going up to get weight in, you know, I was expecting to lose about 3.5 this week.
When Shane heads up the runway, you know that you need to hold your breath almost, because he does amazing things, and when you think that he's done nothing all the week, or you think he's eaten way too much food, he surprises you with huge numbers. And this week he had 2 days up on everybody else.
Shane, your previous weight was 127.9 kilos. Your current weight is 122.6. That gives you a loss of 5.3 kilos.
It's pretty good, isn't it?
My thoughts with Shane's loss are always the same. I have no idea how he can do it. He eats taco shells and salsa and curry all week long. I mean, I just don't understand how he can possibly do it, but he just has to look at the gym and he loses weight. I can't fathom Shane. Getting my head around Shane is something I'm unable to do.
I'm never confident. If you're too confident, you become complacent. And I don't think at this stage of the game anyone can afford to be complacent.
He's speeding away from me, and I know that I've got a lot of work that I need to do to be able to catch up and keep in the competition if we're going to be in the final 3 together.
You're far enough away from that guy to wave him goodbye?
Which guy?
Come on.
No way.
One last look.
Nope. I still refuse to look at that picture. I'm not looking back to the past, I'm looking forward to the future.
Shane, your previous weight was 127.9 kilos. This week, you lost 5.3 kilos. That gives you a percentage weight loss of 4.14%.
Hope that's enough, AJ.
Shane, so far on The Biggest Loser, you have lost 31.4 kilos. You're doing pretty well there.
It certainly feels like it.
Everyone here sees Shane as the biggest threat For me, if anyone had to win this game, if it had to be a guy, I'd want it to be Shane. If it had to be a girl, I'd want it to be Christy. But I know the rest, everyone else here, if Shane went below the line, he'd be gone in a second. And yeah, he's quite aware of that.
We are now about to find out who will be the first contestant forced below the yellow line when Adro weighs in.
Last week proved that the diet change and the training change really worked, so I've done the same again this week.
Adro's body is changing really obviously. He looks really different. His strength in the gym has increased. He's doing crazy push-ups and seems to be sweating all the time.
I was hoping that I'd lost about, maybe 4 kilos, push it to about 5 kilos.
Adro, your previous weight was 114.9 kilos. Your current weight is 112.5 kilos. That is a loss of 2.4 kilos.
Last week was too good to last, huh? I think I was shocked, like a disappointed shocked more than anything. I mean, it was just a bit of a smack in the face sort of deal where, I was expecting to have higher numbers anyway. I thought I did almost everything the same, and, I was hoping to see something a bit better up here.
When his 2.4 came up, I was really surprised, and I sort of was a little bit sad for him because I know how disappointed he is when he gets smaller numbers. Not that 2.4 is a small number, that's a huge weight loss, but for Adro, it's not enough.
Disappointed, scared. Now definitely nervous about going home. I was kind of thinking at that stage that I'm out of here. We're so close now that I have a 1 in 5 chance of nailing this thing that, I don't want to go home, just as I'm sure nobody over there wants to go home. I would like to still be in the competition, to have the opportunity to go to the end and possibly win it.
Should we take a look at that all-important percentage, Adro?
I guess we have to.
Adro, your previous weight was 114.9 kilos. This week, you managed to lose 2.4 kilos. That gives you a percentage body weight loss of 2.08%.
Hopefully I can say better luck next week.
Adro, I can now tell you that puts you in second place, behind Shane, for the time being.
Knowing that Fiona had that 1 kilo up on us, or that 1 kilo up on me, I'd sort of figured that was it. It was done.
When Adro got up on the scales and got 2.4, my instant reaction was, the poor guy, it's disappointing. But then I thought, oh gee, that is achievable in my perspective. I thought I could potentially push him below the yellow line with my 1 kilo advantage. I'm not good at maths. I wasn't sure what I had to get, but I was praying that I'd get it.
Fiona, you are the last person to weigh in. At the Super Challenge, you won 1 kilo to add to your weight loss total this week. With that kilo, you need to have lost at least 0.9 kilos to beat Adro and stay above the yellow line and avoid possible elimination. Please step up on the scales.
When AJ called my name up, I was so nervous. I was dreading getting up on the scales. I was just praying that I'd get 1 kilogram, like just one. I was like, please, please, please. When AJ called my name up, I was so nervous. I was dreading getting up on the scales. I was just praying that I'd get 1 kilogram, like just one. I was like, please, please, please.
Fiona, your previous weight was 86.6 kilos. Your current weight is 86.3 kilos, giving you a loss of just 0.3 of a kilo.
And then it was 0.3 and I was just like, shattered. I was just like, that's it. And in that split second of seeing that pop up, I was like, that's it. I've got to pack my bags. I'm going home. And that's basically the whole time up on that scale, that's what was got running through my head. I was thinking, this is it. I'm going home.
The thought running through my head when I saw that Fiona had only lost 0.3 was basically, thank God for that. It meant that I was above the yellow line.
So close, yet so far. Gosh, congratulations, Adro.
Sorry, man, it doesn't feel as good as what I thought it would.
Fiona, your previous weight was 86.6 kilos. This week, you lost 0.3 of a kilo. Add that to your 1 kilo advantage. That is 1.50% of your previous body weight. That puts you above the yellow line in 3rd position for now. Currently, Ruth and Christy, you are below the yellow line. But Christy, your immunity pushes you back above the yellow line. Unfortunately, Fiona, that forces you below the yellow line with Ruth. Ruth and Fiona, I'm now sorry to say that you are both facing elimination. Shane, Adro and Christy, their fate is now in your hands. I will see you all soon when you join me in elimination.
With Fiona failing to put Adro beneath the yellow line, that changes how I probably would have voted, because I feel at this stage Adro is my biggest competitor in the grand scheme of the game.
For me, there's no, clear benefit in voting off either of the girls. They're both, to me, not really very threatening as far as winning this game.
This is only my 2nd time up for elimination. I guess in this show I've been pretty lucky. I've had immunity twice. There's probably people inside the house who think that that's pretty unfair. Being below the yellow line, I know that I'm going home, so I'm just thinking about everything I have to pack.
Next time on The Biggest Loser, with Fiona and Ruth facing elimination.
I could never vote against one of the other people down the end of the table.
Who will survive and get one step closer to the $200,000? And who will be going home for good?
I care about and respect both of the women, and I voted for